Guys and gals, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end because there is a sort of kind of special announcement possibly happening that you need to pay attention to and could have some input in. Make sure you watch it all the way to the end. All right, hit that intro. What's going on, guys? So let's go ahead and just jump right into this Flash review. Now, if you saw last week's review, you know that I said Savitar looked lame. A lot of you seem to get upset, but a lot of you also seem to agree with me. But for those who thought that, I was wrong about saying Savitar was lame, after seeing this episode, I do have to say now that Savitar looks super lame! That is right, Savitar looks super lame! Not just his freaking armor suit that makes him look all bulky, but did you see him running? He was running like this! Like, what? Oh, look at me! I'm supposed to be the Hindu god of motion, and I'm running like a freaking robot! Look at me be freaking Megatron! He wasn't even moving fast!
But Juice, he's moving so fast that he looks slow.
Fuck you, little nugget! He looked cheap! He was just, it looked stupid, okay? In my opinion, and I know a lot of you are already like, oh man, I'm totally getting, oh man, I'm gonna talk so much shit to him. Okay, type away. I don't care. I think Savitar looks lame. They could have done so much better. I don't like the way the CGI looks. And look, hey, tell me this. If you think Savitar is so awesome, how the hell did he get frozen by Caitlyn? You're named after the Hindu god of motion. You're supposed to be the god of speed, yet you get frozen by Caitlyn? Correct me if I'm wrong, but did he not dodge speeding bullets? You're telling me that Caitlyn's killer frost powers are faster than a speeding bullet? You're telling me they're also faster than Superman? It doesn't make sense, and a lot of you guys also corrected me on freaking Savitar's speed lightning being white, which is apparently the fastest that you can be in the Speed Force. That means you are the fastest type of speedster, so that means with this white lightning, he still couldn't dodge Caitlyn? I don't know, you guys like Savitar. I don't like him. Personally, I am not intimidated by Savitar at all. He doesn't make me fear for Barry the way Zoom did. Zoom came in and he made Barry his bitch Barry. Zoom came in, beat the shit out of Barry, did this freaking lightning bolt and caught it and was like, whatcha? And then freaking just beat the shit out of him and went around town and was like, look, here's a Barry bitch, here's a Barry bitch, here's a Barry bitch. Savitar does not do that for me. I don't know. He just doesn't scare me at all. And that sucks. Rant over. And hopefully a lot of you guys know that, I'm not trying to be super serious and shit on your views because a lot of you take this thing way too serious. You're just like, oh, you know what? A little bit of this is entertainment, guys. Although I am passionate about this, I do think Savitar looks lame. Whatever. But man, some of you guys try to get real personal last week and be like, oh, well, fuck you, motherfucker business. Chill out, it's just a show. Anyways, enough of that. Let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the episode. The next biggest thing is Malfoy is Alchemy. We totally called it. I told you, we put all the pieces together. We've been putting those pieces together since like episode 2, and we automatically knew that freaking Malfoy is Alchemy, because once you are part of the dark arts, you are always part of the dark arts. Is that what they call it in Harry Potter? I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan. But Malfoy is Alchemy, and we totally knew that that was going to be happening, so it looks like maybe they're doing the split personality. They haven't confirmed that. But we saw at the end of the episode that Savitar came up to freaking Julian and he was like, Julian, you need to freaking be Alchemy once again to make me come back. And which is really interesting because Savitar apparently isn't whole, I guess. So we haven't got to see his full extent of his powers, which is, I'm assuming, hopefully he'll change into a different outfit because I don't like it. But yeah. So, we know that Alchemy is trying to bring Savitar back to this world, and I guess we're seeing a partially half-person Savitar. But yeah, there wasn't really much. We finally got the confirmation that Julian, aka Malfoy, or Malfoy as always, is Alchemy. And if you did notice in the episode when Caitlyn kidnapped freaking Malfoy and was all like, you're gonna help me find Savitar. He was like, what, Savitar? What are you talking about? He totally got triggered by the word Savitar, and that's when I was like, totally, he's gonna be him. He is freaking Alchemy. I'm just so glad that we finally found out who Alchemy is, and we're not gonna have to go through a whole season of another masked person. We know it's freaking Malfoy, and now the freaking episodes and all that shit can just go ahead and be about Savitar. Had to burp that whole time. Now let's go ahead and move on to my favorite part of the episode, and that was everything to do with Killer Frost, because man, we saw Caitlyn break bad. And man, do I love it when a good girl goes bad. Not even joking, I was totally feeling the very bad girl Caitlyn in this episode, was totally enjoying the Killer Frost coming out, but I loved that after everything she did, she was still able to go back to Caitlyn and control the Killer Frostness of not killing Barry yet at the end, because I do ultimately at the end want Caitlyn to stay Caitlyn and not become Killer Frost. But in this episode, we got to see how badass Caitlyn could be and how much of a bitch she could be, because man, she was super cold, pun intended, because she was burning people left and right. The way she freaking told Barry, she was like, oh, you're gonna save me like you saved your mom? Like you saved Cisco's brother? Like you saved everybody else that has died when you tried to save them, boy? Even after Barry saves her life from getting blasted by a bunch of cops, she stabs him in the leg and she's all like, ha, you're not gonna be able to heal for 4 hours, bitch, don't chase me. She also told Cisco about his brother and how Barry's Flashpoint mess just ruined everybody's lives, and she wasn't Killer Frost before, and Dante was still alive, and all of this shit. So she just single-handedly ruined the relationship between Cisco and Barry while she was over here trying to find Alchemy. Caitlyn was just handing out L's to everybody. It was like, L for you, L for you, L for you. She did not care this episode, and I kind of liked it. We also got to see a little pre-Vibe versus Killer Frost going on when they were fighting in the street, but Barry showed up, ends up saving Cisco, and then he's all like, oh shit, he's gonna try to stop Caitlyn. She freezes him and totally makes him slip, which I find that hilarious. Every time the Flash gets tripped up by like water or something, because it happens a lot in the comics and in shows, they always just make him slide because that's the only thing he can do is like, oh, just trip him, whoa! But when Caitlyn makes him fall, he does a freaking judo kick and she's all like, oh! And she falls down, she's like, that was cold, like this, and she's like, Barry, you're cold now. Yeah, that's right, Caitlyn and Barry made out, and I'm totally for it. I ship that. Fuck Iris, although if Patty comes back into the picture, Patty is my number one. But give me Caitlyn and Barry all day over Iris and Barry, because I don't care about Iris and Barry. I wouldn't mind Caitlyn and Barry because they look so cute together. Anyways, after all that, we know that Caitlyn got caught by Flash and the team, and they threw her in a cell, and then they closed the door or whatever, but then Joe got all crazy and tried to freaking get Wally out of the penis that he was stuck in, and everything went to shit and they needed Caitlyn's help. That's when Barry was all like, Caitlyn, try to kill me. You can't kill me. You won't do it because you're not a killer. And then we get old, awesome Caitlyn back, and she helps Wally and saves Wally, and Wally has his powers now and shit. And, you know, that's just something that happened in the episode, and they didn't really pay too much attention to, but we have another speedster on the show again. Two major things happened during this episode, and one was Caitlyn was trying to find Alchemy because she wanted Alchemy to take away these powers from her, which one of his disciples said he could do, but you're not going to be able to get Alchemy to do that because Alchemy doesn't listen to anybody but Savitar. So Caitlyn is pretty much shit out of luck, although we did see Malfoy actually take the dive for Barry Allen as long as he quit the GCPD. GCPD is Gotham. What is this? Freaking, I don't know, where the hell is he at? I don't know, I forgot his city already. Shit. I legit forgot his city. I don't even remember. But anyways, he had to quit the police force because Julian was like, you know what, I'll lie for you, but I don't want to work with you anymore because your morals are all fucked up and I don't want to work with you, so blah. So there is a possibility that since he is Alchemy, that he will be able to reverse Caitlyn's powers, and maybe that's how we could have Caitlyn for future seasons, although I don't know if they're going to want to kill off the Killer Frost character for the rest of the years to come. So I don't know, it's going to be really weird to see. I just don't see them not having Caitlyn on the show and having a full-blown Killer Frost. The biggest thing that was mentioned in this episode was when Caitlyn was talking to one of the disciples, he said that he has seen her before as Killer Frost. This disciple already knew her name and that she went by Killer Frost, and said that Savitar had big plans for her. What could Savitar have big plans for Caitlyn? Is he gonna use her as a decoy against the Flash? Like, how have these disciples already seen everything? Has Savitar shown them the future, which obviously is something he could do because he's so fast, except he can't dodge freezing icicles and shit. What is going to happen with Caitlyn and Savitar? Could this be the thing that freaking Cisco vibed when him and Caitlyn were fighting? Maybe Savitar is gonna build up his own meta-human enemies to fight against all the Flash enemies, because remember, we got Vibe now, we're gonna have Kid Flash, we're gonna have Flash, we have Jesse Quick. freaking, I believe Jay Garrick's supposed to come back in a few episodes. So we're gonna have a freaking Flash army. Savitar is probably going to need other people to try to help him beat all of these people too. Man, please give me a 3-way Flash fight against Savitar, because I wanted that with the rival, but that wasn't gonna happen. Anyways, so I think that's probably what's going to happen. He is going to make Caitlyn fight against Vibe somehow. He's going to control her. Maybe he can say, like, look, I can cure you or some shit like that. And she's going to take the bait because she doesn't want to be Killer Frost that bad that she's going to try to fight Cisco, which would make no sense because she doesn't want to be Killer Frost, but then she's going to end up being Killer Frost to fight Cisco to try not to be Killer Frost. But, you know, it's possible. We know that she doesn't want these powers that bad. So I'm pretty interested to see what this plan that Savitar has for Caitlyn is going to be. You guys know I have to know what's going on in your brainsicles. What did you think about Savitar? I know a lot of you are so in love with him, so let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Just try not to be a dick. What did you think of the whole episode as a whole? This was a Kevin Smith directed episode. The last episode he did was that Lonely Dinosaur, or the Runaway Dinosaur, which is a really great episode. I thought this one was awesome as well. So, let me know what you think about this whole thing in the comment section down below. Anyways, for that special announcement kind of thingamabop that I was talking about, well, what I want you guys to do is by the time this video is uploaded, I will have made a poll on Twitter. If you guys don't have a Twitter account, you guys should make one. It's cool, it's easy, it's fun, it's easy, blah, 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 you know, whatever. Anyways, I'm going to post something on Twitter that is these 2 shirt designs. Yes, that is it. I am looking at making shirts, and I could possibly get them out pretty soon by using this website. I want to know what shirt design you guys think are better. If you don't want to make a Twitter, you can let me know in the comment section down below by saying plain shirt design with just logo or logo with circle. You can put that in the comment section down below. But I'm going to probably go by whatever gets voted on in the Twitter poll because I have a good audience over there on Twitter. So if you want to make sure your vote is counted for sure, go over to my Twitter, which is JUICEfromtheBOX, and vote in that poll. I will have both of the things on there. So this is what I'm looking at right now. These are possibly going to be the first shirt designs with no circle or a soaker. Sorker? I can't even talk right now because my brain's all like, blah, blah, blah. But yes, go over to my Twitter. Make sure you follow, because you should follow, because I'm going to be doing freaking polls and shit like that every time we have a new shirt design. But yes, possible if you want a Juice from the Box shirt, these will be the first ones available. You have the option to pick which one you would rather wear. I'm starting off with the simple design before we get into other crazy stuff, because the crazier the design, the more the shirt costs, and I don't want to do that. So let's just start off with some simple stuff, and then we'll go along and make better stuff down the road. So make sure you go check that out. Anyways, if you like this video, guys, give it a thumbs up and share with all your Flash buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, guys, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. If I have my daily dose of juice, see you guys next time. BAM!